Hello and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga for our integrity restorative flow. This flow is ooey-gooey, nice and slow, perfect if you're a beginner or you're having a recovery day. If you're enjoying this video series, we ask you to please help us support our mission by working those YouTube algorithms. Hit like if you think this is worth it at the end, and please subscribe so you get notified of our new material coming out all the time. So if you are ready to relax, restore, and revitalize your entire body, let's get started. Hello and welcome to Only in Sedona Yoga for your integrity restorative flow. Let's start by warming up that torso. Kind of take an easy Sukhasana seated position and pretend that you're stirring a big pot of soup with that torso. Just moving it around, getting your blood flowing. We will rise up to standing a little bit, but this will be a slower flow. It's perfect for your recovery days, and when we move it back down to the ground, we'll be holding each restorative stretch for about 3 minutes for several breaths for deep tissue healing, working those muscles and connective tissues to make you feel good. This is your self-care. Can be your radical act of self-care. So get into the right mindset. Close your eyes as you feel your body moving here. Put a smile on your face and let's make ourselves feel better, shall we? Take that around the other way. And back the other way. Warming up nice and easy. And let's walk those fingertips to the side. Just circle through that arm, a few big circles forward. You can also rotate through that wrist. Shake out your hands. If you have any arthritis pain like I sometimes do, feels really good to gently shake it out. And we're going to get that on the other side. So walk that other hand out and just circle it forward to start. Doesn't have to look real special. We're just moving gently into those joints, getting our blood and synovial fluid flowing. And take that back the other way. You can follow the hand with your eyes or simply close your eyes. Feel the sense of your body moving through space. That's your proprioception. You're feeling your sense of how your body moves through space. And let's roll over onto all fours. And let's warm up that spine with some cat-cows. So inhale as you sink into cow into the saddle of that low back. Exhale as you round into cat. We have a new microphone. We were aware that we were having some problems earlier with some clicking. Hopefully this one will solve our problem and make the quality better. Our mission is to bring you the best quality yoga programming, holistic healing, always for free. Start to unite your breath and body here. So exhale as you round up. Inhale as you sink. A little baby pause. Inhaling and exhaling smoothly on a 4 count each. And take those legs hip distance apart. And we're just going to move a little bit here. So just kind of move your whole body. Working through your knees. Working through your hips. Warming up that hip joint, the biggest joint in your body. Again, it doesn't have to look real fancy. And take that around the other way. All you're doing here is getting nice and loose and goosey, ready to move, ready to nurture your body. should feel good. This entire workout is meant to feel good. So let's come to all fours. Let's tuck those toes. We're going to come up into our first down dog of the day. So press up and back. We're going to take a moment to deepen here, yogi. So lift on your toes, bend your knees, stick your fanny a little higher, let those heels drop down. And what I'd like you to do is walk out your dog, alternating as you press each heel into the earth. And again, you're moving with your breath. Inhaling for 4, a little baby pause. Exhaling for 4. And you're smiling. You're starting to generate feelings of positivity, gratitude for your practice, self-awareness, positive self-awareness in your heart, being grateful that you have this time to take for yourself. So important. We all need it to gain that interior strength, to act with integrity in everything we do. And let's just take both heels close to the earth here. Give me 3 nice deep breaths in your down dog. Inhale. And exhale with a smile and a sigh. Inhale. Exhale with sound as you smile. One more breath, yogi. And exhale, smile, make noise, ujjayi breathing. And look up towards your hands. Take a nice stroll. Come up to the front of your mat so that your feet meet your hands. Let yourself dangle. Cross at the elbows. And just tick-tock a little bit here as we rise to standing. Gently opening up that low back. Please keep your knees soft to protect that delicate joint. Breathe, smile, and be. Bring those hands to the earth. Extend to a flat spine. You might have to bring it here. And then let yourself ragdoll down and roll it up ooey-gooey. 1 vertebrae at a time. Look up towards that gorgeous sky as you bring those palms to touch. Bringing your hands down to heart center. Let's set an intention for our practice. I come to my mat to reconnect with myself and reconfirm how I behave with integrity every day. And let's flow our way down, little slow, easy vinyasa flow, looking up as those palms touch. Exhale as you surrender down into a forward fold. Inhale as you come into a flat spine. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to the earth. Walk yourself back to a plank. If you like, you can bring your knees to the ground, or you can chaturanga here, full and feel your strength. Feel it as you hold that bottom of the push-up. And then come into whatever up dog, cobra, or sphinx variation. So here I'm in a full up dog, and I'm going to take a few breaths to look over each shoulder, but I want to show you your other options too. You can be down here in a yin style sphinx, or you can keep your hips on the ground, hands under shoulders, elbows bent, come up into cobra. Pick the variation that works for your body. And just give me a nice deep inhale, whatever version you're in. And then push yourself up. You can go through all fours or just lift up into that gorgeous down dog. And give me a nice deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, lift your right leg up. You don't have to go real high. You might be right here. If you want to take it all the way up, you can. We're just going to step it through. We're going to come right away forward to a wide leg forward fold. So take a minute here. Inhale up to a flat spine. Exhale as you sink down into the moon. And give me a few nice deep breaths here, yogi. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale yourself up to a flat spine and exhale where you're at. Inhale as your right arm floats up. Exhale as it floats down. Inhale as the left hand floats up. Exhale as it floats down. Walk yourself slowly around. Come into a nice low lunge. Feel that posture there. And from here, we're going to go into the first little restorative stretch. So bring your back knee down. Let that toe uncurl. Walk yourself down onto your elbows until you come into a lizard. And we're going to stay here and take 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. Inhaling for a 4 count. Pausing at the top. Exhaling for a 4 count. As I was doing Prasarita the other day and I was twisting up, my partner Ed, my wonderful partner Ed, who does all the video magic, said, "You look like a human peace sign." And I love that. I absolutely love that. And we'll kind of talk a little bit here about some of the choices I've made and how I try to act with integrity and how I encourage others to behave the same. And we'll just relax and chat. And I want to hear from you too, so please drop us comments. Please let us know what you like and don't like. We seem to have a lot of demand for restorative, so I am totally good with that, my friends. I want to build this into a nurturing, healing community where we help one another. And let's walk ourselves up out of this. Come back into that lunge. Take your hand on the other side. Take a second to get comfy. Adjust yourself. We're going to step that back leg up to meet the front. So step it on up. Come into a flat spine. And then surrender to your forward fold. Keep those knees soft as you round it slowly up. Looking up as those palms touch. Exhaling as you come to heart center. And let's get that on the other side. Inhale. Look up as those palms touch. Exhale as you slowly and easily surrender to your forward fold. Let your neck relax. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Keep your knees soft, your elbows soft. Holding where you're comfortable, wherever that may be. And then inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, bring your palms down. Walk it on back to that plank, that top of a push-up. Chaturanga if you can. Feel free to bring your knees down. And please take Sphinx or Cobra if you prefer. Or come into that up dog. And just take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale with sound and a smile. Push back through all fours or simply tuck those toes. Use the strength of the psoas to come up into that downward dog. And just take a breath here for me, yogi. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, your left leg floats up only as high as you want it to go. And as you exhale, pull it through. You won't see me for a second as you slowly turn yourself around to that wide leg forward fold. Find wherever you can hold. You might be here. You might even want to take your toes to pull yourself a little closer to the earth if that feels good. Whatever feels good, or you can just dangle here, but let your head and neck relax. Take a breath or two here. Your next inhale lifts you up to that flat spine. Exhale where you are. Inhale as you lift that right arm up. Exhale as it floats down. Inhale as you lift the left arm up. Exhale as it floats down. Breathe your way around to that low lunge. Bring your hands inside that knee. Bring that back knee to the earth. Bring your elbows down. Come into that lizard. And just stay here for 5 to 6 nice breaths. Exhaling with sound using your ujjayi breathing. Or as I sometimes explain it, if doing kiddie yoga, your Darth Vader breath. Two more breaths here, yogi. Walk yourself slowly up. Lift back into that low lunge. Adjust your feet. Look at where you're going. Step that back foot up to meet the front one. Flat spine before surrendering to your forward fold. Rolling it up. And we're gonna look up as those palms touch. Exhaling to heart center. Let's flow it down to our pigeon. So inhale, lifting up, palms touch. Exhale, surrender, forward fold. Inhale to a flat spine. Exhale, walk it back to your plank, top of a push-up. And while you're here, just take your right leg, bring it forward, and take a second to adjust. You can do a more classical style pigeon with your heel in towards your groin. You can extend it out a little, more like a half fire log or somewhere in between. Lift yourself up nice and tall, and then walk yourself down. Take 5 or 6 nice deep breaths here, yogi. It's so important to take time for yourself, to reconnect with who you really are inside and who you want to be. I've talked many times about how I use yoga as therapy, especially the last couple of weeks. I've really been tested with some challenges. Oh, we got a puppy coming through. That always makes me happy. But I've been spending a lot of time on my mat, reconnecting with who I am. And I invite you to do the same, because that's how you find your strength to be yourself. You don't have to numb yourself. You don't have to choose unhealthy coping mechanisms no matter what you're going through. You can heal the natural way, and you can reconnect with your spirit. Let's walk this up. We're going to gradually turn this around, first coming into Janu. So take that right foot, it's sitting against your left thigh, turn towards that left leg, lift yourself up so super tall, and as you exhale, just take it down. If you want to hook the feet, that's fine. If you want to just let your arms relax, that's also good. Whatever feels good, that you're stretching that hamstring, stretching that torso for 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. I know I had a very kind of triggering conversation yesterday, and if there's one issue that's a trigger issue with me, it's anything related to healthcare, only because of what I've been through, and I never want anyone else to go through what I have gone through. But I also have to keep in mind that I don't know everything, and my goal is to stay humble. I believe that was some of our military helicopters. We have bases not far from here, and they like to fly over and view the scenery. Can you blame them, right? But my goodness, they are quite loud, so I do apologize. That's unavoidable. Anyway, just hold here and breathe. Walk yourself up out of it. And we're going to come into a half cow. So what I'd like you to do is extend that leg, take that top leg, and you're going to stack your knees right on top of each other. Lift your spine super straight and tall, and then just collapse, coming forward. And anyway, the conversation was around mask use or lack thereof, and my big thing is, of course, like I said, I just never want anyone to go through what I've gone through. But then I also realize that some people don't understand what it's like to desperately need health care and not be able to afford it, and I'm not sure how to explain that and how to make it real other than sharing my story. And it kind of made me a little angry at first, and then I had to take a step back and think, you know what can I do? And what it came down to, what I can do is I can follow the science, and I can follow my heart and my compassion, and I can't control the law. I can't control what other people choose to do, but what I choose to do is listen to the science. And I still am probably one of 5 people in Arizona, I sometimes joke, who still masks up in indoor public spaces even though I am vaccinated, because I don't know who is and who isn't. And I don't know their reasons. I don't know. What I know is I don't want anyone getting sick because of my actions or because of my inaction, because of my negligence. And there's a lot we don't know about COVID, and I don't want that on my conscience. So that's what I can control. I can control what I do, not what other people do. But the reason I'm able to come to those realizations is from spending time on the mat and getting back in touch with my integral self, my authenticity, my compassion, how I want to go through life. And let's come up out of that. We're going to go into our fire log pose. So come front, turn forward, take that left leg parallel to the front of your mat. Take that right leg right on top, but move it around, find a good place for that foot. Lift yourself up so straight and tall, and then just come forward. Breathe into the movement. Still working on that 4-count breath. Still keeping that smile on your beautiful face. Still generating those positive feelings in your heart for taking this time to nurture and restore your body. And although these deeper stretches are really good for your muscles and connective tissues, they're also good for your central nervous system, helping to calm you, helping to comfort you if you're going through a lot. Sometimes there's nothing you can say, but it's always something you can do. Nurture yourself in this way. Make it like your practice, like giving yourself a hug. And let's walk it slowly up out of this one. Just uncross those legs. Roll over onto all fours. Let's throw in just 1 or 2 cat-cows. Inhaling, sinking into the saddle. Exhaling as you're rounding up. Give me 1 more here, beautiful yogi. And exhale, take it up. Bring it down to a flat back. Lift it back up into that plank. And now it's your left leg's turn to come up into that pigeon. So again, you can have it more classical style pigeon with the heel towards the groin, more like a half fire log, somewhere in between. Work where your body tells you. Inhale up here. Exhale, walk it down for 5 or 6 restorative breaths. So use this time on your mat to draw your awareness inward. Focus on generating self-love and gratitude in your heart. And think always, always about the kind of person you want to be, about the kind of energy you want to project to the world. me 2 more breaths here, please. Because it ultimately is your choice, no matter what your circumstances. As Viktor Frankl says, you always have the one final freedom, and that is to choose your attitude no matter what the world throws at you. And coming to your mat, make that an active choice instead of simply reacting to the conditions around you. And walk yourself up out of this one, yogi. Spin it around. I'm going to turn around so you're not looking at the back of my head. And we're going to get Janu on the other side. So now your left leg is up against the right. You're turning towards that foot. You're lifting so super tall. If hooking the foot is comfy, be my guest. Or just collapse and sway and breathe and be. As you smile, try to clear your mind. Be the person you want to be. Last breath here, yogi. Before gently walking yourself up, turning forward, taking that top leg, stacking those knees, lifting up so super straight and tall to half cow, and then slowly extend. Again, if you can hook, that's fine. If you want to just collapse, that's also wonderful. If you have a towel or a strap, please feel free to use it. But please don't pull, don't yank. Just find that point of resistance and breathe into those muscles and connective tissues, letting them release. And I never want to be at all political in these shows, but the reason healthcare is such a hot button issue for me is basically because lack of it almost killed me, literally almost killed me. And I was at a point in my life where I had no choice but to literally sell myself just for the basics to stay alive. And I kind of thought, you know, if this is going to be my fate to just be abused, I don't want it. I don't want any part of this. And as I was getting ready to punch my own ticket, I got very, very angry. And I just decided, no. This living the way I do in the society that I am, it may well kill me yet. But I refuse to let it make me kill myself. And I decided in that moment that That I was going to go on and I was going to do what I could do to help others heal and fight for healthcare justice. And that's what I do. That's what I live for. That's why I'm still here. That's my integrity. So, and let's walk yourself up out of this one. Let's come forward to get that fire log. So this time, your right leg comes down parallel. Your left leg comes on top, like you're stacking firewood, getting ready to start a campfire maybe. Lifting up nice and straight and tall, and exhaling down. And another part of that choice was simply that I wasn't going to let what happened to me make me bitter and make me mean, because for a while it did. It did. I'm kind of upset at myself for some things I've done and said in the past. I was kind of really resentful towards people who I perceived had it all going on, and now I see we all have our own crosses to bear. We all have our own suffering, and I don't want to add to that. I never want to be toxic to anyone else. So that was the easy part. It's figuring out certain behaviors were toxic and stopping to do them, not doing them anymore. The harder part is, what do I do with all these uncomfortable emotions I still have? And what do I do? Well, I come to the mat, and I invite you to do the same. You're not numbing yourself, you're getting in touch with yourself. You're becoming yourself, which is a very good thing. You can rest your head all the way down if you like. And just give me 1 or 2 more breaths here, Yogi. Walk yourself up out of this one. We've done a lot of forward flexion, so let's work on our spine a little bit. Roll over onto your belly, just bring yourself down. We're going to come into a yin style sphinx. So just come up on those elbows. Now if you're in bed, if you want to stay in bed for the rest of this flow, be my guest. If you have some big fluffy pillows you want to hug to your chest, kind of like giving someone a hug, be my guest. And just focus in on that breathing. Inhaling smoothly for 4. Little pause at the top. And exhaling smoothly for 4. Think about how you choose to live your life with integrity. Who do you want to be? What kind of energy do you put forward to the world? Please give me 2 or 3 more deep breaths. And start walking it up out of here. Let's get some nice deep stretches for our upper body and our hips. So come to all fours. You're going to take your left leg, you're going to stick it out in front. You're going to take this right arm, you're going to bring it underneath. I had a feeling my hair tie broke, and it did, but that's okay. We're just going to let me be wild and woolly. Extend this left arm forward and get a nice deep stretch for that inner thigh and for that shoulder. Two or three more deep breaths here, yogi. Gently walk yourself up out of this one. Bring that leg in and put this over here so I don't lose it. Spread your legs a little wider. Let's just take a nice wide leg child's pose before we do the other side. Two more breaths here, yogi. Walk yourself up out. I'm going to turn around only because there's a pretty sizable pile of rocks behind me. And we're going to get that hip and shoulder stretch on the other side. So take that other leg out now. Bring that other arm through. Sorry about my wild and woolly hair. It's just how it's going to have to be. Reach it forward. Stretch deep into that shoulder and hip. Breathe. Ujjayi breathing. Smile. Generate a feeling of gratitude for your practice. And just be. Two or three more breaths here, yogi. Slowly walk yourself up out of this. Bring it around. Come to sit forward. We're going to go into some seated twists. So first sit in Dandasana staff pose. Sit nice and straight and tall. Use your arms to form a second spine. And then bend this right knee in. Now you have several choices. Your right arm is a second spine. You can extend that left arm out. Just give this knee a hug and look behind. That's option one. If you want to go a little deeper, you can cross that leg. You can hook this elbow, bringing the arm to rest, and just hold here and breathe. I have to laugh. I have to be careful not to lose my plastic hair tie. People who know me know I'm a bit of a plastic Nazi. I have a very big vendetta against plastic. I think all the local people at all the stores laugh when I come in because don't put her stuff in a plastic bag, she'll freak. It's one of my little quirks. And I do encourage you to please bring your cloth bags to the store too, because we only have one planet. And look at how beautiful it is. Who wouldn't want to take care of your mother, right? Take one more breath here, yogi. And come around. We're going to go back, so give yourself room to scoot back. And I'm going to show you a quick option in case the one option's too intense. You won't see me for a minute. But if you don't like putting your leg flat against the earth, you have this option of rolling to your side, grabbing that ankle, pulling it back. You can even lay right on down, just like this. If you're able and if it's comfortable, and if it doesn't hurt your knees, bring that foot here. Use gravity as your friend for once as you walk it back. Maybe you want to support your back with some pillows. Just get a deep stretch for that quadricep, the front of the thigh, and all those ligaments and tendons around your knee. I love this stretch, especially on my right side. I don't have much cartilage left, but I honestly do not have much arthritis pain ever. Because if you stretch and strengthen the muscles and connective tissues, your bones don't have to do all the work. And it's hard, and you gotta be gentle on yourself. So I love these restorative workouts, and I try to give you options anyone can do. Another great form of exercise if you have arthritis is to get in the water. If you have a pool or if you have a YMCA, or you can access a pool. The water, the buoyancy, if you're in it chest deep, supports 80% of your body weight, making it easier for you to move. And even if you just walk laps in the pool, you're getting both strength and cardio because the water acts as natural resistance. It's like a natural full body weight. So you might have to get a little creative if you have some physical limitations, I know. But you can find ways to make yourself feel better and nurture your body. We all need it. One or two more breaths here, yogi. And with infinite care and gentleness, walk yourself up out of this one. Come back to sit. Rearrange yourself on your mat. Come back into that Dandasana staff pose. So your arms form a second spine. Your left leg bends in now. Remember, your left arm is a second spine. Right arm has the option of reaching out, just giving that knee a hug and looking back. Or you can cross, you can take the elbow and go a little deeper. And give me 5 or 6 nice deep breaths. Two more breaths here, yogi. And then gently untangle yourself. We're going to get that deep quadricep stretch on the other side. But remember, you have this option here, just holding the ankle and pulling back. Or if you wish, bend that foot so that the top of the foot is against the earth. Walk yourself back and breathe into this deep quadricep stretch. Also working on those connective tissues around your knees. And if you missed it, our last MSM, we're going to take a little break from there only because we are working on building our certification program now. But we're still going to be bringing you this restorative content and our My 10 series, our 10-minute workouts. And we'll be coming back to the MSMs on here, but we have a pretty good library now, and we want to work on those certification materials since we promised them, but haven't gotten there yet. We're very new, and bumbling our way through, but with the best of intentions to bring you guys the healing love of yoga and build a positive, nurturing community where you can come and feel safe and share holistic health tips. Give me 1 or 2 more breaths, please. And with infinite care and gentleness, walk yourself up out of this one. We have a few more supine stretches. If you need to stop for a water break, I encourage you to take one. I have my water here. We do have these coolers for sale on the Only in Sedona site, so if you feel like supporting us that way or you just want a cooler, can't recommend these enough. I'm in the desert, I'm in the sun. It keeps my water cool. They're great. And with that, let's take it back. So bend your knees. Roll yourselves slowly, slowly down. Bend that left leg take that right leg, cross it over, reach underneath, and stretch into a supine pigeon. Now here too you have options. If you want to cross on top, I find that puts a little too much pressure on my patellar tendon, which I've injured, but if that feels better for your body, because your body is unique, it's your own, then you do it that way. You can even trust in the strength of your legs and take your arms out. You can sway side to side. Make this workout your own. It's for you, so make it yours. And be gentle and forgiving with yourself too. Another thing that Viktor Frankl says and teaches is that it's perfectly normal to react and behave abnormally in abnormal circumstances. So if you've been through the ringer too, if you've experienced some trauma, if you've made some mistakes, you can't go back and change them. You can't change the past. Forgive yourself, but then resolve to take the time you need to get right. Do what you gotta do. For some people it's therapy. For others it's coming to the mat. You might find refuge in music or the arts. Find a healthy outlet to deal with your stress and trauma, because while you have the absolute right to your feelings, you don't have the right to project that onto other people and make them feel bad. So take charge, take responsibility for yourself and your feelings. Do so in a healthy way, and it's hard. I'm not perfect at it. That's why I'm here. That's why I do this every day. Oh my goodness, if I didn't have yoga, I'd be a mess. And let's bring that down. We're going to get an Itb Band Stretch. So this knee is going to fall in the direction it's pointing. You're going to let your arms extend to the other side, and you're going to feel a really good stretch along this thick band of connective tissue that runs along the outside of your thigh. And your Itb band can cause lower back, hip, and knee pain if it's tight. So breathe into it now, yogi. Love it, nurture it, send it some positive energy. Become your own physician. Heal your body with natural holistic techniques that have stood the test of time. Yoga has been around for thousands and thousands of years for a very, very, very good reason. It works. And there are so many different styles. I know this morning I had to do some hardcore Ashtanga because I had some angry feelings I had to kind of let go of. So I chose to manage them in a healthy way. I'm not saying it's right for everyone, but it helped me. And we can only all share what we know and do the best we can with what we've been given and what we have to offer. What I have to share is holistic healing tips and yoga love. Take one more breath here, yogi. And slowly come up out of that. Cross that leg over. Nice and easy, like you're sitting in an office chair. Extend your arms out in the T And then you're just going to let the legs fall the other direction now. And look towards the other way. Now you're getting a deep stretch for your low back and hips. We'll get these 3 stretches on the other side and conclude your practice. So just continue to reprogram your neural pathways by thinking positive thoughts, repeating affirmations. Be proud of yourself for taking this time to nurture your body, your mind, and your spirit so you can be the very best version of you for all those you love. Few more breaths here in the supine twist. Bring it on back. Uncross those legs. Take your fingertips down to touch your heel. We're just going to do 3 dynamic bridges to kind of release that. So just lift those hips and arms up. Exhale as you drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. One more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. And let's get those 3 final stretches on the other side. Left leg over right. Reach underneath. Come into your supine pigeon and hold and breathe. One more breath here, yogi. And gently release. Let that foot come back to the earth. Let that top knee fall in the direction it wants to go for this Itb Band Stretch. Let the arms extend the other way. Breathe into the stretch. Wiggle around in these poses. Find that perfect spot. Breathe into it. One more breath, yogi. Bring it back up. Cross those legs like you're sitting in an office chair. Open those arms to a T. Take it to the other side. Twist into that low back and hip area. eyes gaze the opposite direction, or just let them close as you breathe, exhaling with sound and smiling. I want to thank you so much for sharing this time with us. Thank you for taking this time to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Thank you for subscribing to this channel if you have, helping us grow. Each like you give tells the YouTube algorithms to recommend this content to more people. We'll try to bring you the best we can, but we also rely on you. So show your love if you're able, and if you think it's worth it, of course. Give me 2 more breaths. Gently bring yourself back to center. Uncross those legs. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big hug of self-love because you did it. You nurtured your body. I hope you feel relaxed as you let yourself open up. And I want to invite you to take the next 5 minutes to relax in Savasana. Breathe. Keep those positive feelings going. Think about the beautiful integrity you bring to the world every day as you bring your best self forward. Thank you again for spending this time with us, and namaste.